Why, hello, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday night show. It's the best of the week show. My name is Brandon.
My name is Danica.
And we're here to talk about the stuff and the things. Specifically, every Thursday. Whoa.
Sorry. I fixed it. I'm so sorry.
Every Thursday, we end up talking about the comics, the graphic novels that we loved the best this week. And we talk about some past picks. Our past picks this week are super weird. As is our streaming pick from this week. We usually do Tubi.
Yes.
We did Tubi this week.
We did Tubi because it turned out it was on Tubi. I'm so excited.
Yeah. By way of super listener, super watcher, Simone.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you, Simone.
She suggested that we watch Birdemic. And we did that thing. And folks, I don't know if you've watched Birdemic.
Don't do it.
But like, there's a range. Do it if you have the capacity to just like sit with feelings of incredulity. Cutting her hair in season 2, terrible idea.
We all have regrets, Brandon.
We all have regrets.
Carrie Russell has regrets. But you know what? She's doing okay.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Felicity Huffman remembers.
Incredulity.
I don't know what we're talking about. We came from watching the Nerd Crusades live show and completely derailed their show, which I'm proud of, and went into our show, which we've also completely derailed.
Indeed.
So, yay!
For folks who don't know, the Nerd Crusade is a wonderful, wonderful show that is on just before and a little bit during our Thursday night show.
Yes.
So if you want some good folks talking about the pop culture with a wider range than we do.
Oh yeah, they get around to like video games, movies, TV.
All
like
kinds
we
of
got,
stuff.
we got. Oh my gosh,
We got it.
I am. Yeah. I'm good with the language.
You getting that Central Alberta?
Stop it. Sorry.
I was gonna say you got some of that Central Alberta inside of you, and I was like,
no, get out of here.
That is not an image our people need. I'm so sorry.
No.
Big yikes from me. There you go.
You thought I was gonna do the nope thing, but no, that's a yikes. That gets you a yikes.
That's a yeah. Big yikes from me.
Smooches. There we go. I have a screen cap for later because I love fun and ruining people's lives.
Yeah. So
ruining people's lives.
How did we ruin their live feed, by the way?
They were actually talking about something that was on topic, and I said, someone mentioned MODOK, and I said, bringing MODOK into the MCU. And I said, well, if they do MODOK, they have to bring BRODOK in.
Yes, they do.
Everybody, it just went to a screeching halt, and everyone went, wait, what? Who's BRODOK? And I was like, I'm gonna find you pictures.
So MODOK, of course, is the mental organism designed only for killing.
Right. BRODOK is a biorobotic organism designed overwhelmingly for kissing.
Yes, he is. He is basically a MODOK with abs.
Yeah, I have pictures. Wait, where did my other picture go?
He's gone.
Curses to picture. Heavens. There, that's what I want. That's what I want.
Get that screen share going.
Yeah, I literally had this open. I don't know what happened.
The internet.
I'm very good at
it. It is a series of tubes. It was invented by Al Gore.
Ah, here it is. Okay. Screen share.
And it is difficult as heck when you're trying to do a live stream.
Oh yeah, I always forget.
You gotta do that.
I know, literally every time. It's okay. I always forget.
I know. I'll often just be like, oh, it's broken. It's not gonna work.
So this sexy man person.
This sexy so-and-so
is BRODOK. He is currently in these panels romancing Kate Bishop's Hawkeye.
Who's gonna be in Hawkeye.
Yay! I'm super psyched about that.
Very excited. Indeed.
Jason says, have you tried turning it off and bringing it on? Oh, turning it on again. I think we've broken the internet enough for one day. All right.
I love breaking the internet. It is fun for everybody, including me, a Brandon.
Yeah. I love Brodoc. I also love pretty much every word Kelly Thompson writes. I think she's brilliant.
Pretty awesome. Yep.
And I will read her forever, pretty much as long as she's working and I am alive. So I think we're about the same age. So
take that, Kelly Thompson.
Yeah, take that. Take my money.
All right.
Cool. Let's talk about. You want to talk about books?
Well, we're going to talk about Birdemic. Is what we're
going to talk about. Birdemic. Okay. First off, that is a review. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. No, my computer does this weird thing. I got Firefox again, and it does this weird thing where if you have too many tabs, it actually slides to the right. And I legit forgot that. So it was like off in the side. But I figured it out, and everything's okay, and no one should panic. All right. So let's talk about Birdemic. First off, I will say, how dare you, Simone? How dare you?
How dare you do this to us? We had so much fun.
No, it was actually a lot of fun once you almost get acclimatized to how terrible it is. So I started posting things on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, and that really helped kind of vent the I can't be alone and watch this. Like I just can't be alone. I have to share this with my world, my little world.
Indeed.
And we were also yelling back and forth at each other about how bad it was and how funny it was. So that helped. And then, like Brandon mentioned on Tuesday, the whole show us your feet thing, which he'll probably go into again.
I forgot about it, honestly.
It helped extremely because there were so many weird scenes where we're like, you know what, this needs someone saying, show me your feet.
Something weirder. So Danica and I play this game sometimes when we're watching a movie. I say sometimes, we just started doing it. Where something heartfelt is happening, but we're just not feeling it. And so in this one, it was basically the two leads who are both terrible actors. She's actually a way better actor.
She was trying, and I hope that wasn't
he couldn't.
Him trying because
he just couldn't.
Oof.
Yeah. And it's a scene where they're just like, "Hi, I think I love you. We've been together for
2.5 days,
and things are going well, and I feel like I should be with you for the rest of my life. Show me your feet." And it's a fun thing to do when you're watching movies. Even if it's like a scene in general where someone's bearing their soul, you just wait till they're done bearing their soul and just insert into your own head, or if you're with friends and family who understand
you're in a
what's
welcome
happening,
environment, yes.
Just add the words, "Show me your feet."
No, it's so bad.
Big yikes from me. Yeah.
Oh my god. Nope. No.
All of these buttons. I've made a huge mistake. Yeah,
we made our own buttons.
I love making buttons.
So, just in case we have to do this alone, we'll just have canned responses from the other one so we can pretend we're talking.
What did you think of that experience, Danica?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow. Like, whoa. I mean, that's pretty shocking, right, Brandon?
Big yikes from me.
I know, right? I love it. So, yeah, we can just slowly add more buttons and I guess replace each other. Or something. I don't know.
My Friday shows are, because I do those solo.
Yeah, you do.
It's just going to be that. What's the topic? The topic, Eric, my friend, is Birdemic. Have you seen Birdemic?
Oh, yeah.
Because it is something to behold.
Do it.
So the premise of Birdemic is one day the birds attack. Yep. And it truly does start happening over a cutscene.
It really does.
Like,
It just-
it's like a weird sort of like, I would say regular rom-com before, but not really. This dude is eating a bagel? He's like at a cafe.
Oh yeah. So yeah, he's literally, he sits down. He sees this beautiful woman, 2 tables over, and it's supposed to be a meet cute, but he stares at her like a stalker murderer.
So she leaves, and then he runs after her. Hey, and she turns around and goes, "Oh hi, how are you?" "I'm good. I was seeing you, and I realized we went to school together." "Oh, we did?" "Yes, we did. I believe it was second period science. I can't remember what it was specifically.
Matter. It does not matter.
I sat 2 rows behind you." "Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, nice talking to you."
Bye.
"You too." She walks a little more.
Oh God. It just goes on.
My acting right now is better than
is.
what was happening.
It is vastly, yes, an improvement. This poor man, he cannot act. I don't know what he was attempting to do, but he was even having some trouble walking. Like he was trying to I'm in the character, but it was like so stiff. And I'm like, oh, honey,
Hey,
how's your real life? Because
hey, would you like to go to dinner with me sometime? Yes, that would be nice. Okay, good. Okay, bye. So he goes to his job.
Oh my God, his job was hilarious.
"Hi. Are we going to do this business?" "Of course we're going to do this business." "Hey, you want those volumes? I have those volumes. And you know what? I'll tell you what I'll do for you right now. Half price." He just literally says that. "Half price. Yes, we're going to close this deal? Great. Perfect." Click. His buddy comes up. "Hey,
Guess what I just did? Guess how much I sold?"
$1 million.
It's so arbitrary.
It sounded like you closed a deal. "Yes, I did. How much for?" $1 million.
Oh my God. And he had one of those little cubicles that was like way too short. So it's about where your shoulders are. And so it was like, you have a very important job, Mr. Software Developer.
Jason, you can watch this beauty on Tubi. Tubi is a free streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
They rotate their selections quite heavily because it's free.
Yeah. I like that though. I dig it.
And you can watch a lot of wild garbage on it.
There are some gems.
Oh, absolutely. We've watched some weird stuff like Florence Henderson menacing Judge Reinhold with shotguns. That's a good movie. That's a great movie.
Legit good movie though. I will say that. I'll recommend it to anybody. I loved that movie. It had Pam Grier in it.
It sure did.
Come on.
It's so weird.
I'm just shouting now. I'm just going to shout from the rooftops how great Bad Grandmas is.
Oh, and the girl in the scene, to go back to it, I guess.
Yeah. She's a model.
She's a model, and she gets a phone call. "Hi,
oh my God,
they really
yes.
liked you. You've booked Victoria's Secret." Hey, Max, I love the autofocus when it does that. "Whoa, you want to see Cat? Oh,
Yes.
we can make sure you see Cat."
Welcome to Cat. Yeah, so he's a software developer, very, very successful one. And she is a future Victoria's Secret model. And still, neither of them have any interesting definition about them anywhere.
So the next day at this job,
Oh yeah, they sold the company.
the company sells, and this company has apparently given stock options to their
Yeah.
employees. And they're like, "Congratulations, everybody." And they clap, I'm pretty sure, for about 5 straight minutes.
There was probably at least 20 minutes to 30 minutes that they could have chopped if they had cut down all of the shots that just lingered for no reason.
I love all of the weird establishing shots that just take
forever.
far too long. They just sit there forever. They're just they're beautiful. And yeah, it's and this is all before the movie really actually kicks off into its
It
premise.
doesn't start until it's an hour in. It's okay, so yeah, they go on a date and there's this amazing singer who has this great hit song, Hanging with My Family.
Hanging out, hanging out, hanging out, hanging out with family. Hanging out, hanging out.
that was most of it. Yeah.
It's pretty great.
It's so bad. Yeah, Jason, I think if you're looking for some hot garbage, you're gonna love that.
It's super good.
Because we haven't even gotten they do the date thing, and then somehow they go out of town because they're suddenly in this hotel room. They both I was confused as I would be watching a film of this caliber. Because I was like, well, they literally both have houses. They have separate houses. They are adults. Why are they in a hotel room? But it came up later that they had left town that weekend.
They do not say this.
No,
I don't believe.
Nobody says this. To go for a romantic getaway. And that is when the birds come.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, these birds are high tech.
So here's where the show me your feet comes from.
Right, yes.
Because they're going to make a sex. They're going to make a sex real hard on each other. And
sorry, just the words. Anyway, yeah, so there's this long pan, of course. They're like, make out, and they're panning down their bodies, and of course it ends on their feet.
For a while. And so I'm just like, just yelling from a back. Show us your feet. Show us your feet.
Oh my God. And then for the rest of the movie, we started saying that.
The answer, Eric, is eagles. Every single one of them, an eagle.
Because it was the same eagle.
It was the same bird.
And it was, the computer graphics were amazing. Because
this is a better bird. And that's not a lie. This is a better bird.
Oh my God. There were these beautiful, horrifying computer things that like floated like this. And then every so often there was one that would just flop into the window. And it sort of had a little blood on it. And it was like thump. Because I watch with captions, which honestly makes things a lot funnier too.
Thump.
It was amazing. The birds were amazing.
So how we get to the Birdemic part is fade out on feet. They're sexing on each other real hard. Fade out on feet.
We're good. I'm going to die.
And then we thought we missed something.
Yeah, thanks. Never.
We totally thought we missed something.
Well, it seemed like there was a commercial break.
Oh yeah, because on Tubi there's commercials.
Yeah, and there was one during that cut, so it was actually more confusing.
So it fades back in, and there's this like, let's say seaside town, but with like little floating birds. And then explosions happening occasionally. Boom.
They're like dropping bombs, but it turns out they have acid spit. So dumb.
Yeah, that's the thing that comes up a little bit. So this starts happening. Now they wake up, and she is in the lingerie that they started sexing on each other with.
Yeah, anytime a woman sleeps in an underwire bra in a movie, I'm like, no. I don't care how bad the movie is. That's not a thing. Don't sit on my computer with your, no, just one sec.
With your booty.
Look at him, baby. Look at him face.
Look at him face.
Look at him face. He's still purring though.
Yeah, he is.
You.
I tolerate this.
Yeah. Down we go.
So
he loves me so much.
So yeah, she wakes up straight up still wearing her underwire bra. Show me a woman who's like, you know what's going to be real comfortable tonight? Sleeping in this bra.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just keep pressing. Nope. Pressing the nope button.
That's how I feel about sleeping in underwire bras. Nope. I will.
Jason
Aw.
says hello.
He's back on the
He's
couch,
busy.
but we will always pass on your hellos because he will definitely show you his butt tonight. We try to show you his feet, but he definitely just wants to show off his
just
butthole.
wants to show off his butthole.
I'm so
Like
sorry.
cats do.
I'm very good at distracting and completely ruining live shows tonight, aren't I?
So yeah, that's when the Birdemic part happens. They need to go out to the car real quick. They do.
They like.
Does he have a gun then? Is there a gun in the vehicle?
No. So they run into the parking lot and they meet another couple, of which they have a minivan. Because I think that they can't take their car for reasons.
For reasons, I can't remember.
So they get into their minivan, and this other dude, like,
who we find out later
Oh,
was in the military.
Ramsey. His name is Ramsey,
Yeah.
for starters. So he straight up pulls a machine gun out of the minivan as if he was prepared for his own little apocalypse. And when it pulls back on him at some point, he is wearing army pants, like army car. It was just, I was like, who are you supposed? Okay, fine, whatever. So he gives the main dude a gun, because why have one gun in your minivan when you could have two?
They have so many bullets for these guns,
So
except
many.
for when suddenly they no longer have bullets.
It's amazing.
It just happens arbitrarily. Now the main thrust of this movie,
Oh yeah, but get ready for the true message.
and something completely missed when a character says it directly to their faces. Oh yeah, along the way they collect 2 children as well
Oh right, because their
because
parents
their parents are dead.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't needed. I didn't need the children.
Yeah, the true message of this movie, laced in very subtly throughout the whole thing, is global warming might be bad. There's like news reports on in the background. This guy is cashing in his millions that he got from his company to start up a green energy company thing. And investors invest. Is it $500,000 or 50 million? It's a lot of millions.
I don't know.
Which is brought up on the date. Hey, today I had a meeting and I got people to invest many millions into my company. Oh, wow,
right.
that's so great. I'm going to be in Victoria's Secret. Oh, that's really cool.
I think this is like all within the same week. This is a very good and then very bad week for these folks.
So they meet a various variety of people along the way. My favorite of which is the Woodsman.
I love him. He has made my new excuse. So he literally lives in a tree house. And he's the guy, I think, who said, haven't you noticed the birds only go after cars and gas stations?
Yeah, the birds only seem to be attacking around cars and gas stations.
They head to a car and a gas station, of course.
Oh, anyways, I hear a mountain lion.
That's my favorite line. Let me have it.
Do it.
Let me have it.
I don't think it was a mountain lion either. It was a big cat.
It was a mountain lion.
Yeah, okay.
I screen capped that.
Yeah, you
That
did.
is okay. It's on my Facebook. So this guy in this very beautiful woman's wig, like black hair, they gave him a ponytail. He looks like Kmart Woody Harrelson, which is saying a lot.
Kmart Woody Harrelson.
So he comes out and he's like, I live in the trees. And they're like, whoa. And he's like, you guys should stay, because they're only going through cars and gas stations. And they're like, we should go out and try to get our eyes pecked out because we're stupid. And then he goes, I hear a mountain lion. I have to go back to my house. And I was like, I'm keeping that. I need that as an excuse to get out of parties. Oh, dude. That's not gonna. Oh, actually works. Sort of.
I hear a mountain lion.
I hear a mountain lion. I didn't remember that you took a picture too.
I just looked up your Facebook.
Oh, thanks. It's the best. I need it. I want it on a t-shirt. I love it.
And then, after hearing the information, hey, do you notice that the birds only attack cars and gas stations? They immediately, for no reason after having this conversation with the man in the woods, go back to their vehicle that they left also for no good reason.
They sort of went to the woods to get some water, but it was really pretty slight. I know.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be defending these people.
They
don't
could have just
deserve
been
it.
like, "Oh, chill. Hey, guy, can we hang out with you while the mountain lion's here? It seems like if we go back to
Yes.
our vehicle, we might get attacked again." No, they just go back there. They get
Mhm.
eventually get menaced by some other dude with a gun who demands gas. And then
oh my god. So this, okay, again, I'm putting logic where I shouldn't be, but yeah, this random old cowboy pretends to be pulled over. They pull over to help him, and then he's like, gun, because America. Give me all your gas. And they're like, oh no, I have an extra tank. Here's the tank. And then a bird just straight up goes
yeah,
like just across his throat. And then what does the main guy do? The gas can is like 3 feet away from him. He runs the other way. The guy's very dead. He is not going to do anything.
he just leaves
He
it
just leaves
and
it.
drives away.
I have got so angry.
And then later he's like, "Oh my god, we're out of gas."
I know. I'm like, whose fault is that?
But it's at that point where the birds decide, "Hey, enough's enough."
Yeah, let's
And
all go home.
They fly away, and then our two leads and these two children, who are now their family, stare into the sunset. Not a freeze frame.
No.
We know this because later they freeze the frame.
They had to stand there to shoot that whole shot, these poor people, staring off into the ocean while the birds actually somehow computerized go away. They get farther, which I was actually impressed with. I did not think that would happen. The whole credits, and then once the credits are done, they freeze frame it. And I went, why would you do that to these poor people? Haven't they had enough suffering?
We're missing a lot of extra dumb stuff that was in it. It was brilliant. It was terrible.
Yes.
A
lot of people died by bird. And then the birds went, yeah, we've killed like 3 people. We're good.
We didn't even talk about the bird vomit, but we need some things that
we
you
did.
all need to. Oh no, like
No,
the
the
actual
acid.
scene where we see it.
Oh my god, right, those idiots in the van. Yeah,
But
just
y'all-
watch the movie.
Y'all need a treat,
It
and that'll be a treat for you.
that's a treat for your eyes and ears.
Especially how it all goes down is just so
Ugh.
real to life. It felt like it was really happening to my
You know,
brain.
it's realistic because let's see, in IRL there would be too many people with guns not knowing how to use them. There would be people making terrible decisions to go outside where there are birds.
The only thing this was missing was people being like, clearly there is no birdemic.
It's a hoax.
It's a hoax. Before a bird kills them.
And then they're like, I still don't believe it. Well,
Curse you, George Soros.
Jesus, George Soros funded these birds. Okay, I have to say that I think 2 or 3 years later there was a sequel.
There was, and it is on Tubi.
So if you want to do a double feature,
Same actors.
actors.
Actors. Do we watch this for next week?
Oh my god, do you want to?
Yeah.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Birdemic 2, baby.
Do I hate myself? Yeah, I'll find out what the title of that one is. Birdemic 2. Because Birdemic 1 was shock and
Electric
terror.
Boogaloo.
Birdemic 2 in 2013 was The Resurrection. Oh god. Ooh.
Estimated budget of $300,000.
Yep,
This
yep.
one has a rating on IMDb of 1.6
6.
out of 10.
1.6. Woohoo! Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to see if what Birdemic 1 has. Birdemic. Don't give me Birdemic 3, Google. I don't believe that.
It needs to happen one day.
No. No. Oh yeah. So it's actually less than the first one, which was rated 1.8 with an 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Although the budget for Birdemic 1 was 10 grand. And it shows.
Oh no. Oh, I missed that. Oh God. Well, how did this guy get $300,000?
Because it probably got enough attention
Oh,
from folks like us
oh
that they're like,
no.
whoa. Hey, we own the Sci-Fi Station. Have you heard of us?
Oh no, we caused this. This is our fault, Brandon.
We are the real Birdemic
Birdemic.
is people.
The real is people. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, definitely beverages and a good shouting partner.
Indeed,
You'll need it.
it's good times.
All right, I'm gonna look up Neil Breen. Oh, this is bad. This is bad.
I like this Jason kid. He uses the term moxie. We do this all the time.
We like Moxie.
You got moxie, kid. I hate moxie.
I love it. Okay, I pulled him up on Wiki. So
meanwhile, I'm going to talk about my recommendation, which you can't actually get.
No, and actually, I have to check if mine's fairly new, but I should check if
yours
it's
you
actually
can
still
get.
in
Yeah,
print.
I can confirm.
Oh, you're the best.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But mine is basically an excuse.
Oh, it's a good discussion, let me tell you.
So, over the past few months, I've been getting care packages from America that we pay for of Comics Retailer Magazine. I recently got the third batch. It is a full short box of magazines. It is super wild. This one specifically actually includes the original idea for for Free Comic Book Day, which is pretty cool. Nice archive of the past. What is most interesting about these, you might have heard us talk about how retailers are very salty with each other.
Babies.
Yeah. They yell, they cause a kerfuffle. They are emotional babies.
How dare you, sir? I am not going to look into that.
Indeed. And we're like, wow, it's so wild how these people talk to each other online. Maybe it's just online. No, it is not. And we can confirm that because in the pen and paper days, back when the internet was first founded, they were yelling at each other real hard. We read one that had a bunch of retailers and artists, and at that point in time, comics publisher Neil Adams yelling at each other
in the letters pages.
Just like back and forth.
Type this out and sent it to another human. And I mean, there's one thing where you can just go, I'm so angry, and then hit enter. This took time.
There's a line specifically where you think like, oh, there's polite ways to say different things, especially in business. We're talking business. We're all business people. You as a publisher and creator, us as a person who sells wares. Straight up, a line that's just like, Neil, your comics suck. From like a respected member of the retail community who is still extremely active today.
And is still extremely opinionated.
Indeed. Super wild to read just this back and forth of like, you suck. No, sir, you suck. And here's why. I have charts.
Charts. Let me bring out this whiteboard.
So yeah, this is my version of reality television. This is my drama.
Oh yeah.
Just like reading things and be like, ooh, spicy. Wow.
I do love checking it out. I'm definitely not delving into them, but I love flipping an occasional one open to the contents and seeing like, okay, that hasn't changed in 25 years. That hasn't changed in 25 years. Why are people still complaining about this? This could have been solved.
One of my favorite worst parts is they have a bunch of different retail columnists that kind of cycle through over the years, but in the early years, for one of them, they did sort of like a mishmash where they all talked with each other. And they all got to ask questions of each other. One of the retail columnists specifically focused on being a small store and being proud of being a small store and trying to keep your store a little bit smaller so that you can actually have a life, live a life, and be happy. A couple of the other columnists in that column were just like, you espouse the idea of having a small store. Quick question for you. Why do you want to live in your mother's basement forever? Do you hate money?
I believe that's an actual quote. Do you hate money? By doing one store, having one store and doing it super well.
Yeah.
So by their standards, we are failing. And
Yeah.
I flippin' love that because that is wrong.
It's
so wrong.
It was super wild to read and to hear his response, which is basically like, oh, wow, I thought this was going to be like a cool back and forth, but okay, let's do this.
All right, let's get into it.
And he basically talks about how his grandfather had started, I believe, a drywalling company, I think, or a painting company. It was something in dealing with walls.
Sorry, I don't know why that was funny.
And
I'm good.
And how the amount of attention that he got, he ended up making a business where he was managing other people, and he would have to deal with, okay, well, that person's sick. Oh, okay, well, I need to fire this person because they're terrible. Oh, and here's this business thing. Here's this business thing. And he stopped doing the thing that he actually liked doing, which was the job. Danica and I have always talked about when we hire people, it's going to be so that we can continue to do the parts of the job that give us life. We've watched other retailers get bigger, and just lose the love of this because what they're doing is the business end of it specifically, and just the business end of it. Mm-hmm. They lose the heart of it.
Yeah, I mean, once you're off the floor, you're stuck in the office. You're not interacting with your customers. You're not making recommendations. You may not even be reading the weeklies anymore. Mm-hmm. A lot of owners are so disconnected from what's going on in their store, and a lot of people do think that's positive because they're like, "Oh, cool! I can go on holidays with my family," and like that's true. Part of this is good, mm-hmm. But if you want to keep your passion in your business, figure out what you enjoy and what you want to wake up in the morning for, and don't give that away. That's your choice.
Exactly.
Don't just take on, like, if you want to be front of house, don't take on your accounting, don't do payroll, don't take on like just more paperwork.
Yeah, and like those different parts cost.
Yes.
And it is quote unquote easier to, as a former employee of mine said, just hire any monkey to do this job. That was a fun thing to be told. A lot of people assume that's how you can run a store and be very successful. Nope. We like to believe that what makes our store unique and popular is the life inside of it. So like, one, pay people what they're worth, regardless of what part of the job that they're going to do for you. You could have more front of house people because you need more front of house people as well, but making sure that you're a part of that experience too. You can hire some people to do your payroll and stuff. And yes, those people cost more money. However, you are getting way more life. Yep. And life well lived.
And you have to think of how much your time is worth.
Exactly.
Because if this is a job you can delegate, and if some people have come up with like their hourly wage, even though they're on salary, they figure out what is an hour of my time worth. And a lot of times giving that to someone who is an expert in that field, like, okay, well, I'm going to hire an accountant instead of doing my own payroll. That's worth it. Mm-hmm. That can often be less than what you were doing before.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you not only have more money, you have more time, you have more sanity, more breathing room, so we've been, I'm going to keep saying front of house because that just makes the most sense to me. And I do a lot of the paperwork, and that's fine. But I recognize, when we need to work out words, we have an accountant, because that would drive me crazy and I would not take pleasure in that. But our accountant really likes their job. And I'm like, I'm glad you do that because I don't want
Yep.
to. It's just, I keep using accountant, but like it's any kind of job that you can delegate out or even contract out. Like just say like there's this big kind of job. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Like, and you like your job, and that's great. And that's where your passion lies. And I think that's so important. I think a lot of people forget that in even non-business owners. It's like they just keep they start the job here, and here's the bubble where they're like, this is a cool job. Like, I'm good at it. I can handle it. And I would like to continue getting up in the morning for it. And somehow they keep getting away, or they just kind of get pushed out or like whatever. And then that's when you start to notice that you're miserable.
Yeah. And there are, of course, people who actually the joy of the expanse is what powers them. And that's good too.
Yeah.
It's about finding what you're going to love and be great at and just building around it. Don't box yourself out of the things you love.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I've watched it happen to a lot of folks in the comics industry, especially, getting into positions where they're like, okay, well, if we make this bigger, it'll be better for us, and then I'll be happy. And like, no, you were happy, and you're confusing forms of comfort with happiness, and certain forms of comfort don't bring happiness. They bring stability.
Yeah.
But you can build a little slower and smarter, and you can get to that place where you're very stable. That's where we got to.
Yeah.
Without sacrificing the part that makes you happy, because once you do it, it's really hard to get back. Extremely hard to get back.
Yeah. And I mean, we've often talked about this. It's like the moment that you don't care what you're doing in the daytime is the time to get out of it.
Exactly. Yep.
And obviously everyone has bad days, but there's a point where and you're just like, I'm done. Like, I'm emotionally done. I'm physically done. Thankfully, we are not. We are revved up. We are usually powered, sometimes by spite, which is fun, but mostly by the positivity of just like doing awesome things for people and making them super happy.
Exactly.
Like yesterday, selling all those Batman Fortnites.
Oh my goodness.
We met so many awesome kids and teens. Let me tell you, I knew nothing about Fortnite. I could have Googled it. I really could have. Yeah. I've had it's been out for years.
Yeah, we did some research when we placed some orders.
I know, but like I've never actually.
Exactly.
Anyway, yesterday was amazing. It was bonkers busy. We were exhausted at the end of the day, but there were so many happy kids and parents.
Children literally hanging onto a comic and shaking.
Oh my god.
Because they're so excited. Just yeah.
It's stuff like that. That's what you get up for.
Exactly.
There's always grumpy people. There's always going to be whiny retailers and customers who don't understand, that you should probably be nice to another human being. But for the most part, don't worry about them. They'll come and go.
Great. Yeah.
But like giving like a 5-year-old their first comic.
Oh.
That just gets me, like giving a 35-year-old their first comic, giving a 55-year-old. Like I had last year, I had a gentleman come in and buy comics for himself, but also he bought one for his wife because he wanted to kind of get her into comics as well.
Exactly.
And they were in their 50s or 60s. And I was like, I'm part of this. Like I'm part of this experience. And I cry. It's fine.
It's good times.
Anyway, sorry. It makes me happy and it warms my heart. So yeah, on days that I feel like crap, I just have to like kind of focus on that.
Yeah.
But most days I'm like, wow, this is what we do? Wow.
Right? It's pretty cool.
So good. All right. Now I'm going to talk about my junk.
Talk about your trash.
My trash.
It's very pretty trash though.
It's very
And it's
pretty.
actually something you can purchase from us.
Yeah. So I got an illustrated history of UFOs because of course I did.
UFOs.
It's from a company called No Brow and they make fancy books. And so when I saw that, I know, right? Yeah, we're really good with like weird pivots.
This is welcome to our show, Jason.
I know, right? Welcome to literally just having a conversation with us. We're just like all over the place.
Inside the store is wild times.
It is, yeah. Yeah, when we can get back to longer conversations with customers, get ready. So this is gorgeous. So if you don't know, I love UFOs. I love stories about it. Whether or not you believe in aliens, I think that there's definitely enough stories in there to think that something's going on. It doesn't have to be intelligent life, but there's definitely stuff in the sky that we do not know about. So this is very cool. So it goes through, let's see here. Yeah, so it goes through kind of some of the like history and science fiction, to like locations. Let's see here. UFOs over the Pacific. I love this stuff. It just makes me happy. Like I love UFO stuff. I love cryptids. Hey buddy.
He was screaming.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Was I ignoring you? I'm sorry.
He was like up and away screaming. So.
Oh no. Poor baby. It's okay.
I did the thing where you put your hand real low and you just kind of like do 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 do.
Yeah.
And he just ran to it. It's good times. See? What's this?
Oh, no, get off my computer.
What's this over here?
You.
See? It's so easy.
Put like a weird paw print on my computer. Thanks, bud.
Over here.
Lisa. There we go. So yeah, this is an absolutely gorgeous book. I mean, it's got like talks about interdimensions. It talks about like the Travis Walton incident. So if you know anything about UFOs, this is something that you just know. You know about Travis Walton.
I was gonna say I do not know that name.
That's okay. I've kept you from it because like I try to ask you about wrestling and I don't understand. So these are my stories. These are my wrestle stories.
Exactly, yeah.
And so yeah, it's got stuff about SETI, which I love because it's the program that keeps looking for aliens, which is great. Anyway, I love this book. Let's see. There's different UFOs through time, aliens through time. Oh, God, I love this. Like literally, they use every page. This is the inner pages. Even if you don't like aliens, like as an art book, I think it's gorgeous. So I found it, had to have it, and now I do.
Heck yeah. I was letting the boy lick my beard.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, if anybody's worried about weird sanitary stuff, like obviously we just like wash up after.
Yeah,
but it makes him so happy that you just sometimes just let him lick your wrist for 10 minutes because he wants to take so care. Happy. He just wants to be a daddy, but he can't. So he has to deal with us stupid kittens.
Yeah, he thinks we're a terrible cat.
No, don't bite that.
Oh yeah, don't bite that. All right. Okay. My pick of the week is going to be The Many Deaths of Liala Starr.
Mm-hmm.
This is a phenomenal story. It magical realism by way of Mumbai, and a lot of wonderful culture. It's a beautiful story about death. Who gets fired because a young person is born who will bring about the end of will bring about eternal life for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about death, sort of dealing with management, of dealing with mortality, of ideas of life and death, and being a young person, really, in an indifferent world. It is a beautiful, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The hyper exaggeration that you see here is what you're going to get throughout the book. It's heartfelt. It's whimsical. It's sad. It's life. And boy, did this get me this week. Something that's going into my personal collection when I pay the store for it.
Yes.
Because we make sure we pay the store for the things that we do.
Yep. Some of our money is a circle, I like to say, because we get paid from the store and then we buy comics.
Indeed. I know so many comic store owners who are just like, and this one is mine. Deuces.
It
Like,
just doesn't. That's not like it's your money, but it's not your money. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
there's a separation.
Yeah.
Ugh, that bugs me so much. Because like, yeah, I know we give ourselves a discount, but we're covering what the store paid for it at the
Cover the
very,
costs. Cover the
very
costs.
least.
Yeah. Cover the costs.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, ding dongs.
So many people are ding dongs. All right. My pick for the week is Alice in Leatherland. I thought this was so beautiful. Nice. I like this.
I was gonna mention that, but I didn't want to just be like, I put the labor on you. It's like, we have an accountant here. Can you tell us accounting things in your off time?
Yes. Please work for us for free. No, that's not our way either.
No.
Yeah. We've never been the case of beer business owners.
Also, the old place that I worked at, hey, do our taxes. We will give you a case of beer. And then their taxes were like late all the time.
I wonder why. Was it all that beer? A little too much beer.
Little
Yeah.
too much beer.
Too much beer.
Some old Milwaukee's. Not even new Milwaukee's. I couldn't even afford to get them new Milwaukee's. Outrageous.
That is such an old, terrible joke. I should not encourage this, but it's really funny. Anyway, we pay our friends.
Indeed.
We have a lot of friends in different trades and careers. Yeah, we'll pay you fairly.
I'm stuck in my head. Tomorrow, the stream that I usually do is going.
Cat dad joke. Yes.
Yeah, this actually ties in with it. The Friday stream that we do is going industry wide. We do a final order cutoff show called Go FOC Yourself Final Order Cutoff. And it will be streaming through Comics Beat, The Beat. It's a huge industry site. Heidi has been working in the business for quite a few decades. Folks our age might know her as the editor-in-chief of the comics section of Disney Adventures. Other people might know her as the editor that brought in Brian K. Vaughan to do Why the Last Man at Vertigo. That kind of a range. And she does a lot of great comics journalism.
Oh, my battery. Okay, I got you.
And
thanks.
Yeah,
that's gonna die.
We're gonna work for her doing the final order cutoff there. But with a larger audience, that means there will be more people commenting. And I came up with a solution to folks tossing out things that aren't constructive. I said, if you want me to address your ideas, I don't have to, but if you want me to, I will consider it only if you send out your criticisms of me with by addressing me as Comics Daddy. And yeah, that would be my daddy energy. What you're getting today is my dad energy.
Hi, Dad. I'm Danica.
Yeah. I posted a really dirty joke on Twitter once. I don't think I can recount it here. I might. Can I?
Oh, no. I don't remember that.
Kids?
No.
Kids leave the room. We're going to have a bar eventually that says kids leave the room.
1, you have to find it on Twitter. 2, don't worry about it. 3, yeah. It was like the difference between dad energy and daddy energy.
Yes.
It was very funny, but also very blue.
It is a very blue joke.
Mm-hmm. All right. Speaking of daddies, I guess. Alice in Leatherland. So the main character is a children's book author, artist rather. And so she ends up moving to San Francisco with a friend of hers because she finds out her girlfriend was cheating on her. So she's like, okay, I am good for life changes. And so she gets to San Francisco and she is very proud. So she doesn't end up staying with her friend for a few days while she gets on her feet. So she looks for a place. And by the end of issue 1, she jumps on this place that has like a good price and it's just like room for rent. Boom. Because it's San Francisco. I mean, I can only imagine what the prices are there. So she finds out when she gets there, because she got it sight unseen, is that it is home to some folks in the BDSM community. So she gets there, and there are like certain outfits and certain jobs that I think there was like a sub running around. And it's not in the like, whoa, look at these weirdos. It's like this really sweet story about I expect her discovering other kind of lifestyles, and just kind of being like happy to learn. So I'm very excited to read more of it. Oh, you found it?
I sure did.
Okay. Brandon's gonna post the link to his Twitter. But I adore this. I love the art. I think it's beautiful. And so it's what are they called? Duotone, or what were you saying earlier? Duotone?
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like this. It's this beautiful pink sepia. Because usually sepia is more brown. So it's a really nice soft sepia. And I love the art. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I like the character. I think she's going to be a really interesting read. So if you like healthy versions of BDSM communities, if you like generally beautifully drawn people, which I know is kind of a wider range, but if you read Sunstone, I would definitely recommend this one for you as well. If you like any of the, what am I thinking? Oh, who does Smut Peddler? Sorry, Iron
Circus. Yeah.
Iron Circus. Thank you. My brain just stopped. So if you like anything from Iron Circus, even like, I would definitely recommend this. I think this is going to be an amazing read.
Mm-hmm. All right. Jason asks, will Go FOC Yourself still be streamed on Variant Edition's Facebook? Kind of, sort of. We're going to share the stream on our Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
It will be through Comics Beats, the Comic Beats Facebook page.
Yeah. So we'll be sure to put a link to their page so that you can also like that.
Yeah.
And then get notifications from them direct.
Yeah.
Obviously, we will still try to facilitate it, but I mean,
Exactly.
I think a direct connection would be preferred.
Yeah. So It's going to be great. I'm very excited.
Yeah. I'm excited for you.
Indeed. Might clean myself up a little bit.
Yeah, it's so shaggy.
Indeed. So, yep, that's happening. It's happening soon. And by soon, I mean tomorrow, 3:30 Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah.
And we'll be available in perpetuity afterwards.
Yeah, we'll be posting on our YouTube after the fact, I think.
So basically, with YouTube, we'll grab it and post it to our page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. You did say that. Thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be happening on those platforms.
That's exciting.
It'll expand when the Beat expands their coverage. Right now, they can't do Twitter because we can barely do Twitter because Twitter's getting rid of Periscope, and that's what the old live system is using, and they're switching over the system so that we'd be able to use Twitter Live instead of their Periscope.
Which to me is the same thing.
Hi, Periscope.
I don't. I'm not tech savvy.
Yeah,
so
it's all a thing. It's why our Twitter videos don't work on some browsers. Fun times. So yeah, cool.
It'll all make sense in the end.
Indeed. All right. Well, that wraps up our show for today. I've got some FOCs to do tonight because I got about 3 hours to get them done.
Yes.
Doesn't take 3 hours though.
If you're watching this right now, not later because that would be bad. But if you're watching this right now and you haven't gotten your DC orders,
yeah,
and you're thinking, "Whoa, I should do that," you should do that right now.
Yeah, right now. I will check my email before I hit send.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, get that done.
Send anything to comics@variantedmonton.com.
Indeed. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna get back to work. And
the life of a business owner.
Indeed. We love you. We miss you all. I'll see you on Friday. You'll see both of us on Monday and Tuesday. Online. Thank you all for watching, and we will talk to you again soon.
Bye.